you've got a hankering to play a game set in a galaxy far, far away, then this is the video for you, young Padawan. Here are the 10 best Star Wars games you've got to play. BioWare's Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is beloved by Star Wars fans and heralded as one of the best, if not the best, Star Wars games ever made. Set thousands of years prior to the events of The Phantom Menace, KOTOR sees you exploring the Star Wars galaxy in an effort to find a way to stop Darth Malak, a Sith who killed his master, Darth Revan, to take over the Sith Armada and launch an invasion against the Galactic Republic and a fractured Jedi Order. Along the way, you recruit new allies, learn Force abilities, and make meaningful choices that influence both how the story ultimately ends and whether you embrace the light or dark side of the Force. A remake of KOTOR is currently in the works at Aspyr, but if you can't wait until that's out, you can play the original on Xbox, PC, Switch, and both Android and iOS.
And in the end, as the darkness takes me, I am nothing.
Totally Games' Star Wars TIE Fighter is a flight simulator meets space combat game set in the Star Wars universe that wowed fans back in 1994, and I wouldn't be recommending it if it didn't really hold up today. It begins immediately following the events of The Empire Strikes Back and continues until the final battle of Return of the Jedi, having you play as a talented TIE pilot charged with going after pirates or traitors to the Galactic Empire. It's a shame that TIE Fighter is no longer canon, as it tells a superb story about what it was like to be an Imperial during the events of the original Star Wars trilogy. The game provides insight into the bad guys of Star Wars, showing that most Imperial soldiers weren't Emperor Palpatine level evil. It's a perspective that other Star Wars video games like Battlefront 2 and Squadrons have tried to replicate, but have never done quite as well as TIE Fighter. If that sounds up your street, it's available on PC. Developer Raven Software's Star Wars Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast is the third game in the Jedi Knight series, which began with 1995's Dark Forces. The series follows Kyle Katarn, a mercenary turned Jedi who briefly embraces the dark side and can use all manner of Force abilities. In Jedi Outcast, Kyle has forsaken the Force, only to learn that he needs to reconnect with his Force sensitivity in order to combat a threat posed to the New Republic. Jedi Outcast is the point in the Jedi Knight series where combat fully transitions to a hybrid of shooter and lightsaber combat. That, along with the really good single-player campaign, makes Jedi Outcast the best of the Jedi Knight games. It also sees Kyle meet with several popular Star Wars characters like Luke Skywalker and Lando Calrissian, providing a look at their lives, admittedly a look that is no longer canon, after the events of Return of the Jedi. Jedi Outcast is available for PS4, Switch, Xbox, GameCube, and PC. BioWare Austin's Star Wars The Old Republic has come a long way since its launch in 2011. This MMORPG is still kicking, with a thriving player base and 8 major content expansions. Taking place hundreds of years after the events of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, the Old Republic allows you to play through 8 distinct storylines during the ongoing conflict between the Sith Empire and Galactic Republic. Each storyline sees you recruiting different squad mates, responding to different moral-based dialogue choices, wielding different weapons and abilities, meeting different characters, and having the chance to fall in love with different romance options. So you basically have 8 different story-driven RPGs here, all of which feature missions you can tackle alongside well-written NPC companions or real-world players. Star Wars The Old Republic is available for PC. TT Games' LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is a charming and really fun way to once again experience the Star Wars movies. LEGO Star Wars has certainly evolved from the original game, and LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga features cover-based shooting, multiple hubs that exist as separate open worlds, and huge starfighter battles. Fans who know Star Wars inside and out can find much to enjoy in each game, including callbacks, Easter eggs, and characters to play as galore. LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is available on PC, Switch, PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Xbox Series.
No.
Developer DICE's Star Wars Battlefront 2, which is not to be confused with Pandemic Studios' 2005 game Star Wars Battlefront 2, made an extremely rough first impression in 2017. There aren't that many games that can claim to have a microtransaction controversy prior to their official launch on par with this one. But to the credit of DICE and support studios Criterion and Motive, Battlefront 2 got substantial post-launch content, balancing updates, bug fixes, and most importantly, adjustments to how the in-game economy works. It's now a rewarding game to play with a decent but not fantastic single-player campaign about an elite Galactic Empire Special Forces trooper defecting to the New Republic. But it does have an expansive online multiplayer experience with plenty of awesome modes to play. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is available for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. Now, there are very few moments in Star Wars that capture how terrifying Darth Vader is. The final moments of Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, his few appearances in Star Wars Rebels Season 2, and his adventures in Kieran Gillen's Star Wars Darth Vader are certainly the standouts. But that overwhelming sense of fear that many feel when standing in Darth Vader's presence wasn't fully realized within video games until Vader Immortal, a Star Wars VR series. You don't quite realize just how imposingly tall and intimidating Vader is until he's looming over you and threatening your life.
You have acquitted yourself well. I will not be denied. You will help seize the Bright Star.
The game's story takes place in between Revenge of the Sith and Rogue One, seeing you play as a smuggler who gets caught up in Darth Vader's attempts to bring Padme Amidala back to life. Vader Immortal, a Star Wars VR series, is available for Oculus Quest, Oculus Rift, and PSVR. Respawn Entertainment's Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is an action-adventure game that incorporates a Sekiro Shadows Die Twice-like parry system for its lightsaber combat, and takes inspiration from both Metroidvania and Souls-like games for its exploration and progression. Taking place after Revenge of the Sith, Fallen Order sees you play as Jedi Padawan turned scrapper Cal Kestis, who goes on the run when Imperial Inquisitors start hunting him. Fallen Order digs deep into some of the themes only glossed over in other Star Wars media, such as understanding yourself enough to fight against your own darkness and knowing how and when to ask for help when tackling overwhelming adversity. There's some excellent storytelling going on when Cal meets Night Sister Merrin, and the two try to broach common ground through the trauma of watching their respective orders fall. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is available for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, PC, and Stadia.
What would Jaro Tapal say?
You have no right to mention his name.
I wonder, what would he think if he could see his Padawan now, skulking in the shadows with a betrayer?
Motive Studios' Star Wars Squadrons is fantastic, though the game's single-player campaign, which sees you alternate between the newest members of the New Republic's Vanguard Squadron and the Galactic Empire's Titan Squadron following the events of Return of the Jedi, isn't very good beyond acting as a decent story-driven tutorial. Online multiplayer is a blast to play. Matches put you into fast-paced 5v5 dogfights where communicating with your team and managing how much energy you're putting towards shields, engines, or weapons is just as important as being a good shot. Squadrons is simple to learn but rewards commitment with a high skill ceiling. There are few things as satisfying as finally mastering an advanced maneuver and pulling it off at the end of a match to get the winning kill. Star Wars Squadrons is available for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS4, and PC. The PS4 and PC versions can even be played in VR. LucasArts' Star Wars Republic Commando was one of the earliest stories to explore the identical faces but vastly different personalities of the soldiers that make up the Galactic Republic's clone army. Aspire Media's enhanced port is the same excellent game, but with prettier visuals, a better control scheme, and no multiplayer, though Republic Commando's online multiplayer was never that good to begin with. Despite being an older game, Republic Commando first launched in 2005, it's still wonderful to get to know the members of Delta Squad, like Boss, Scorch, Fixer, and Sev, as the four take part in 3 special ops missions in between the events of Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars Republic Commando Remastered is available for PS4 and Switch. Let me know how you get on with the games we recommended, and make sure to subscribe for more. I'm on Twitter at LucyJamesGames, and as always, may the Force be with you.